Israel-Iran news today. A Hamas delegation will negotiate hostages and ceasefire in Cairo. As the Israel-Hamas battle approaches 7 months, renewed discussions are underway to release captives captured by the terrorist organization. Israeli forces are also preparing to invade Rafah. The White House reported that President Joe Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu discussed expanding humanitarian aid to Gaza and a possible military operation in Rafah in a weekend phone discussion. U.S. Central Command and the Royal Jordanian Air Force airdropped humanitarian aid into northern Gaza on Sunday. Jordanian food and 4 Air Force C-130s were part of the joint effort. Northern Gaza received life-saving humanitarian aid from U.S. C-130s, dropping approximately 25,000 MREs. Jordanian food supplies totaled 13,080 meal equivalents. The U.S. has dropped roughly 1,110 tons of humanitarian aid. Hannah Siegel, niece of American hostage Keith Siegel, appeared on CBS Face the Nation on Sunday morning and discussed the surreal feeling of seeing a recently released video purporting to show her uncle and the possibility of a deal to free him and other Hamas hostages in Gaza. "We've always felt he's alive. I believe he's alive, and his wife, my aunt, who was kept for 52 days, was freed in November with him," Siegel stated. "We're seeing and hearing him for the first time since she told us he was alive. Very surreal." Siegel said she believes Jerusalem and Hamas can achieve a hostage settlement and temporary ceasefire, citing a deal that freed her aunt and others late last year. Siegel also believes Hamas is ready to negotiate after the release of claimed hostage tapes. Though Netanyahu has declared he wants to free Gazan hostages and dismantle Hamas, she worries that it may not be in his political interest to clinch a deal. Siegel advised the Biden administration to think about what they might do directly to bring our American citizens home. She claimed she feels commitment from the Biden administration to get him back, referring to her uncle. She cried when talking about how her family missed her uncle at Passover and remembered him with a photo. "There's so much political turmoil that it's easy to forget these are people." She stated Keith is a grandfather, husband, brother, and uncle. If Israel invades Rafah to target Hamas fighters, would her family worry about her uncle's safety? She said her family is extremely anxious. ABC News reports that Hamas will send a team to Cairo on Monday to negotiate hostages and ceasefires. On Sunday, a senior Hamas official told AFP that the accord is fine. "The atmosphere is optimistic unless there are new Israeli roadblocks," the Hamas official stated. White House, President Joe Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke Sunday by phone. The two leaders examined ongoing discussions to obtain the release of captives, discussed expanding humanitarian aid into Gaza, and discussed a possible military operation in Rafah, according to a White House readout of Sunday's chat. In the briefing, Biden cited a Thursday statement he and 17 other world leaders issued urging for Hamas to release the detainees and establish a Gaza ceasefire. The president and the prime minister also discussed increasing humanitarian aid into Gaza, including by opening new northern crossings this week, the White House reported. President highlighted the need to preserve and improve progress in close coordination with humanitarian organizations. Biden reiterated his strong opinion on a Rafah military operation, the statement stated. The White House claimed Biden reaffirmed his unshakable commitment to Israel's self-defense after an Iranian attack earlier this month during the phone.